Alright guys, welcome back to Evil GT. I am Lee. Ben is not holding the camera today, it is actually a tripod.
Let's just talk about the Rs4. We've not featured this on the channel for absolutely ages. If you remember back, the reason why all this is sanded down and on the front is because when we had the blue wrap put on for the Cannon run last year, they had to do this, otherwise the bubbling would have shown through underneath the wrap.
So as everybody has seen on the videos, that car now does look a little bit shabby. There's paint missing, it's been sanded down. But we're going to go to First Class Motors today. Sean at the body shop is going to give us a quote on exactly how much it's going to cost to bring this back to like really good condition.
There is still some residue of the wrap that we couldn't get off because the door handles are sticking it over, and this bit here, and this bit, and this bit, and around the lights. This means we're going to have to take the lights out and the bumper off to get at that. But the main bit of the sanding was actually at the front, so that's right down to the metal or the aluminium. The front bumper there, that has been completely flatted down. There's not actually any lacquer left on that now. And this car has not actually been driven for maybe a month now, so I don't even know if the battery, it should really be on a trickle charge, but
I don't have a trickle charger, so can't put it on a trickle charge, can I?
But there's another thing that really winds people up on this car, and you probably know what I'm going to say. It's the back seats. We obviously changed the wing backs there, but we didn't put them in because Uncle Benji to his friends, he said these are heated, the other ones are not heated, and he wanted heated seats.
You know, because he drives this every day and he really sits in the back of it. He should have just put the black ones in at the start.
Anyway, doesn't matter, let's get it done. Side pieces on there need doing as well. Obviously that wing. There's one thing on these cars, and Sean will probably say it in a bit, is these tend to corrode in this channel here because obviously the water accumulates in it over the years, but these are actually good. Little things that you don't notice when you're in the car is actually the back of the mirror and the back of the support for the mirror, because that is the original colour. And before I finish on this car, them wheels definitely look better in the OEM silver than the anthracite grey that I've got on the Avant track car. So let me tell you about the E46 M3. In the last video you did see that the floor is corroded there, underneath there somewhere, so it needs quite a little bit of welding doing to make it, well, safe really. There's still quite a lot of money needs doing on it really, and the seats need replacing at the front because they're tatty.
There's nothing else wrong with it because the guys at Ivis checked it, so structurally and everything like that, it's actually a sound car. It's just the stuff they said. But I didn't tell you guys, weeks ago I actually bought another gearbox for this car, just as it come up on Facebook, and I thought it's cheap, so I'll buy it, and I've been looking for one for ages.
And here it is. Well, that's the actual prop shaft. That is a custom prop shaft for an E46 M3. Extreme clutch, which I got thrown in with the gearbox. Let me just move that out of the way. That is actually the exhaust off the C63 with the cats. I might be putting that back on the C63 at some point because that car is ridiculously loud. And here we go, here's the gearbox. So it's a Quaife 69G, it's a universal sequential straight cut box. It is a bit over the top for a road car really. I should be putting this in a track car, but I've wanted this gearbox for years now, and it did come up on Facebook pretty cheap. These are about £11,000 with the bell housing and all the little bits and bobs that you need, so I got it, well, a little bit cheaper than that. There is the Extreme race clutch. I don't know what condition that's in, but the guy that bought it off, he said, I'll just throw it in for free because I don't need it anymore because he sold the car. That is actually a custom prop shaft which will take the extra power that is required if we're going to run this, because the car it was supposed to be going in was a supercharged M3 running about 550 horsepower, so that is good for hopefully 550 horsepower. The gearbox though is actually a universal gearbox, so even though I bought it for this car, I can actually put it in the Silvia.
And that's why I actually bought the gearbox in the first place, because even if it didn't go in this car, all I need to do is change the bell housing and a couple of other bits and pieces to fit the 2J. Not been started for a month at least, no problem. Did struggle a little bit as you can hear, but give it a run now to Newton-Le-Willows. Should sort the battery out.
But you two do actually need to stop eating the bushes, because we're not going to have any bushes left, are we? First time driving this car in absolutely ages, and as usual, no fuel. You forget how good this car is. I mean, the gearbox is so tight for 160,000 miles. I mean, it ain't the fastest car in the world, 414 horsepower. I don't think I should really be redlining it purely because the engine light's on, but I don't know why the engine light is actually on. It picks up so well. It is a really enjoyable car to drive, and because we've not been driving it for so long, things go through your mind about, should we get rid of it, should we keep it? I mean, obviously this is after the bodywork's been done, because you can't really sell it in the condition it's in because it's quite tatty.
This is where we need Sean to be like, dead easy that mate, day's job, maximum, dead cheap. Can you just make stuff like this fit properly, please? You know, so it's all nice and flush and the car looks mint.
Yeah, you can make anything, do
Perfect.
it?
Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's just the front end, more or less.
Yeah.
But you're going to inspect it.
I don't know.
You have a little wander around it,
inspect it,
and what we'll do is, it's like anything else. You know, when your missus puts stuff in the trolley and then you take it back out, it'll be like that. So when he goes, right, that needs paint, I'll be like, nah, it's sound that. Don't worry about that bit. That's all right. Yeah, that's sound that, Sean.
You're not bothered about the wheel arches.
Like a brand new. Why was up with that? Is it? Are they going?
Is the rust on the inside?
No, they're sound them.
No.
They're sound them. And you will need to take the bumper off it though. You know, so the for the parking sensor.
Yeah.
And then to help me get this wrap out.
And the wheel arch on this side.
And the wheel arch that side.
That's gone as well. Why is it rusty?
Oh, that there, yeah.
Is it bubbling? Yeah.
Well, the other side will be exactly the same as that one doing.
Yeah, they sanded
Well,
that
that
down.
needs doing anyway, yeah.
There you go. So
Okay,
that's
so that needs doing anyway.
easy peasy, that mate.
What we're trying to get away with is not having a full respray.
Yeah, because that's thousands.
Yeah.
Full respray on this, how much would it be? Give or
Phantom
take.
black.
Probably around the £5 grand mark.
£5 grand.
Yeah.
No wonder I got my car PPF for 5.5 bags.
We only paid 10 grand for the car 2 years ago.
I know. It's practically a write-off.
What you've got to remember is, take the windows out.
All right, okay.
To
is that
do,
right?
to do the job right,
Yeah.
lights out, bumpers off, handles out, trims off.
A lot of labour in
A
that.
lot of labouring.
Maybe we're not just living in today's prices, are we?
No, we're living in like 1960s prices, something like that. We need to go and get that calculator back out, don't we?
Yeah, and put a minus on it. What if we were just to do it like fix the bits that need fixing?
Yeah, the main bad
Well, that's what
bits.
you can do. I mean, you
Still
keep
make it
down.
look like nice.
So obviously, looking at that, the bumper needs.
The bumper wants doing.
That's got to be sorted out. The bonnet clearly needs sorting out. The wings have been peppered over the years, which these are prone to because they're quite wide wings. They get stone chipped quite bad. So they're both wings either side need doing. So that's front bumper, bonnet, both wings, and then the arch.
Wings rotten, you know.
What?
Wings rotten.
You fill that in, that'll be sound, that mate. A little bit of filler.
What do you mean by rotten? Does
Like
it sound
brand new.
it's
It's
aluminium,
aluminium,
innit?
yeah.
How can it be rotten? Ali doesn't rot, does it?
Oh, it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
In a
That
different kind of way.
oxidises.
It oxidises and then holds up.
All right, so that's what you're saying. It's not rusting though, is it? Because it can't.
Oh no, it can't rust.
Can it?
No, it oxidises, Rolly.
But you can fix that because you're good, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're amazing,
patch
Sean.
on it.
You know that. I mean, you just don't put yourself down. He's good, isn't he?
Mustard.
Right.
Oh, mustard. Best in the
Okay.
West.
Just not very good at prices at the moment.
No, at the minute, no, we're working on that though, aren't we, Sean?
Yeah.
He's had 30 years worth of practice of prices and he's still struggling, so we'll sort him out though.
And he has just moved house. So
Oh
so
yeah,
he gets
well that's
some
the
extra
thing,
pennies
he's
to do
looking,
that.
walking around the car going, oh, I reckon I could get a new kitchen out of this.
To be fair, £5 grand won't get you a new kitchen.
No,
though,
it
will
won't, not for Sean's taste, no.
I mean, that's just made it worse now, Sean.
Yeah, come on.
You got to give us a discount now because you just scratched it purposely.
I saw that, that was a vicious attack that, Sean.
We're talking a bonnet, two wings,
front
front bumper.
bumper,
I'm going to have to take the back bumper off to fix the reversing sensor.
yeah, and then to get this shitty wrap out, because that's
And then
obviously,
No swearing, please.
You
What
want these
about that?
back wheel arches doing, both of them.
do we?
Yeah, you do.
Right, so both, that'll be both, well, you'll be able to do
But
it
we
up
can
to
just
there,
come
won't
to
you?
here, can't we?
Oh yeah, we're only going to paint
Yeah,
it to this
okay,
line.
Yeah.
You did say when we first got this car they tend to rot in the channels.
They were sound.
We do.
But
It's very
these are-
unusual.
Yeah, that this one's okay.
Yeah.
Because it is high mileage, isn't it? So you'd expect, if anything, well, saying that mileage shouldn't affect it really, should
No,
it?
I remember that gouge, that was in there when we got it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The bottom of that panel, the bottom of this, and the bottom of that.
Yeah.
So we're going to paint the wing as well.
There's not much left that you're not going to paint, to be honest. So we're not far off a full respray. Well, just to give you a bit of history, these were done. We had a problem at the beginning of the channel when we had them hydro dipped.
Yeah, we had to take the video down. We got into trouble because of the carbon wave. But For those long timers, you'll know what the video was, but we had
I
to
can't
take it
even
out.
tell you to go and watch it because it's been deleted.
But it was class though.
Yeah.
Sills are damaged. You see them there?
Yeah, I can see it. Bit of scraping there.
Obviously, Ben's been too close to the curb or something.
No,
He
no,
loves
not
curb
me, mate.
crawling.
No, I tell you what, he needs to stop walking around this car now because it's getting more and more expensive. So
It's only the roof that ain't going to be done at the moment.
Well, we're not doing them 2 doors either.
So what's that, about $3.5 grand then? Can we get it near to 2? What do you reckon?
nah, I was thinking more like 600-700 quid.
You are on a different planet.
But don't forget.
He's definitely on a different
He's
planet.
definitely-
That wouldn't even cover paint.
Hey, don't forget though, Scott's coming with his S4. That's Phantom Black as well. So
So she'll charge him double?
no,
All right.
I'm just
Hey, I
saying.
like your style. Yeah. Hey, charge him double, yeah.
Oh, him double. Oh yeah, I thought you meant me.
we
Yeah,
get a
sound.
free job, don't we?
Yeah, sorry, Scott. Scotty Tuati there from Dorenza. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, one of our friends. Can't be that good a friend, can he?
I'm good at it.
Who needs enemies, eh?
Well,
These got wrapped because they were awful underneath.
Yeah.
If we took these off, would you be able to? They come off, don't they? Would you be
Yeah.
able to repaint them?
yes.
Would you?
Yeah.
And the same with that bit.
Yeah.
Because that's like started to bubble a little bit.
Well, if you see some will buff out, surely some
Yeah.
of the little scratches and stuff.
Some of the scratches will buff out because you'd have to buff it in anyway.
I mean, we can help out as well with the labour. You know.
I'd rather not.
Don't be like that, Sean. We smashed it last time we was here.
We single-handedly did the bumper
Exactly.
and the wing off the Rs4 van, if
Yeah.
people remember.
We're professional body shoppers.
Tell you what, I'll rent you the unit. You do it yourself.
Oh, what are you being like that for?
I'm not being like that. You've done it yourself.
We never said we were good at it. We never said
You
we were
said you
good.
smashed it yourself.
Right, well, let's not fall out over this.
I'm not falling out. I'm just saying.
Right.
He's had his notes in his head here. Shh.
All we're looking for is £1,000.
Cheap prices, yeah.
I think you're looking around the £2.5 grand mark.
Well, I
Are you
thought.
all right? Ben, come
Just,
here.
just hold me up, will
Lee,
you?
are you all right?
Do you know what? I'm all right with that, Sean, because I thought £2,000.
Well,
Well, if you factor the VAT in, yeah, 2,000, just over 2,000 plus VAT.
Yeah. all right,
Yeah.
mate.
Oh, is that plus VAT?
No,
all in?
No, that's all in.
All in, right.
That's better.
So back at the house now, £2.5 grand for the paint job. That'll make it like a brand new RS4 again. One more job to make it even more brand new.
Yeah, we were contacted, but well, actually, that's a lie. I contacted Vibe Belts because they do a bit of work with Wax and Away, James. And I said, lads, any chance of some nice posh new belts, seat belts for this car, yellow ones to match calipers, and also we're getting some for the P. So we're getting some green seat belts done, bright green seat belts made for the Evil P. So
Because they don't give you a factory option for it, do they?
no, they don't. It's all boring and black inside. So we're getting a splash of colour.
Okay. Well, the main thing is, to get the seat belts done, we need to take these out, and they're an absolute nightmare. It's all behind there, and they're pretty easy. We just have to get that trim off. So, yeah, watch us struggle.
I'm trying to remember how I did this last time.
I missed that. Can you put it back in again? So it's took ages now. Anyway, it's come out. Let's carry on.
What is that?
I thought it was lipstick. I thought it was yours. Is that like something from a BMX? You know, like you put it
Stump
on.
peg. I used to love stump pegging, me, mate. That was a different type of pegging, actually.
So Uncle Benji actually put this headliner in about 18 months ago, and I think he's going to have to watch his own video to remember how to take the headliner back out, because we need to take that headliner out to get the parcel shelf off. We don't even know if the parcel shelf coming off is going to expose the seat belt.
No, but I do think that, I mean, we wanted to take the parcel shelf out anyway, didn't we?
Yeah, because it's the wrong colour.
Yeah, and also, in order to get this bit out, which I think exposes the seat belt, I think this rear quarter bit's got to come out.
So I think we've realised why there's no YouTube videos on taking these out of the back of a saloon.
No, because
no
they're
one can be asked doing it.
horrible job. Mate, I take my hat off to you. I could not be bothered with this at all. Absolute joke. The seat belts are out, apart from the middle seat belt in the back seat. No idea how you get that out. I've managed to get a bit of it, but can't get the rest of it.
They're going to Vibe Belts in the morning
on the way to the German Performance Day, which was last week when you watched this. 5 o'clock finish, me and Benji. Benji did most of the hard work today.
10 past.
So if you watch this next week, if we've seen you at Performance German Day, well, nice to meet you. But the car is taking a little bit more shape now. And yeah, it's...
A little bit more shape.
Yeah, there's bits of it all over, yeah.
It's starting to look like the S15.
Well, I know what you mean. Well, actually, the S15 isn't this complete, is it?
No.
But I know what you mean about driving the car now. It is a good driving car, so it's worth spending the money on it. It's worth getting the £2,500 spent on the bodywork. It's worth doing the seatbelts, which are going to match the calipers, the yellow calipers.
Yeah, you can't tell, but once it's clean, they are yellow.
This car's going to be going all over Europe soon.
It is.
We're going on a road trip.
Yeah.
In about, what is it, 6 weeks' time?
Yeah, we need to go steady though, because I only put 5,000 miles on the PCPs. Is that alright? I can tell you a little story. So we went to Awesome GTI before, and Tabby said that there's a children's book called Super Tater,
okay,
which I'd never heard of. But there's a character in it called Evil P, and
really?
he showed me Evil P, and we need to somehow incorporate Evil P into our channel.
Last message of the day, right? Last message.
If you're still watching at this point, fair play.
Do not drink and drive, right? Do not drink and drive.
I won't. You're allowed one, aren't you? One bottle.
Uncle Benji, one last thing before we go. You definitely need a front number plate before we go around Europe, because you'll definitely get pulled over by the police.
Yeah, the reason I took it off was because I asked Manchester Audi not to screw plates into my front bumper, for those who are wondering, and they went and screwed plates into my front bumper and put holes in it. So Sean at the body shop's going to fix them for me.
So you can't even see it.
No, if you stand over here, you can't really see them. But
And that is the end of this video. It's a bit of a vlog. I hope you liked it. See you in a
what do
bit.
people need to do?
Subscribe, like, share, all that kind of stuff. We never say it anymore, but it's a bit begging. Well, it is a lot begging actually. But yeah, if you've got nothing else better to do, hit subscribe and watch some of the more videos that we do, you know, the ones in the future that are equally as pointless as this one.